Got a whole lot of bliss going on. Feeling a little immobilized. And here's where my thoughts are drifting now. That this presence we carry is the end of a whole lot of striving. We are so free to enter into that rest and not lift a finger and believe that we have such succor by the intersecting of heavenly realities into your life that all these hoops that we jump through, all these platforms that we aspire to are so unnecessary. This message, this gospel message, literally knocks the legs out from underneath a lot of busyness, even things that we think are kingdom business. It's just a bunch of hooey and busyness. If the message doesn't knock the legs out from underneath your striving, the message you're peddling may not be the gospel. These are some happy thoughts, babies, seriously, because the finished works of Jesus Christ is a wrecking ball. And he came in like a wrecking ball. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, you're so good. Heavy, heavy, drunken weight of the glory of God. May that rest upon you. May Miley Cyrus veritably prophesy. And he came in like a wrecking ball. And you all from Grand Rapids know about the Grand Valley pendulum. Some Yahoo with no clothes jumps on the Grand Valley pendulum and starts swinging back and forth on this giant metal orb in the middle of the night in a naked drunken stupor. And he came in like a wrecking ball. Google it. In Grand Valley University wrecking ball. You'll find this nitwit on the top of this wrecking ball, this pendulum, this piece of art that's at the front of Grand Valley University. That's the gospel glory. That's the gospel. And I'm not sure where all of this impetus to reach the masses, I'm not sure where this voice is that some feel called by, where they're out making an impact and calculating numbers and expanding their ministries. You are redeemed to live your life. You are redeemed to enjoy and suck the fat out of the marrow of every waking moment. And if you get pushed beyond the present moment for the aspiration of some prize or something other than where you presently are, off in the by and the by, like pie in the sky, you're being moved from the gospel. I just recently fired off a personal message to a friend of mine. I prophesied and I had a word for him and I loosed it and I re-listened to it. And I said, oh, that's got a wider application. I wanted to retell it in a broader scope. I wanted to get in front of my little BMW banner in my normal sitting spot for bloviating, and I was going to retell that message so that everybody can be blessed. And I suddenly realized that a lot of the doctrine, a lot of the jots and tittles and verses and chapters that we adhere to are interpersonal dialogue between the Apostle Paul, for instance, and specific people, maybe churches, maybe individuals, but there's an intimacy and an interpersonal dimension to that relating. And I don't know where we get this idea that we've got to have a platform so that we can reach the masses, so that we can multiply the numbers, so that we can fill our coffers. So the more closely I adhere to the gospel message, the more that motivation seems so absolutely alien to me. So speak into your interpersonal relationships. Realize where you are, who you are. Suck the fat out of the marrow of your present moment. And look around to see who's there and start speaking into their lives and let the resonation, what's resonant within them, that all by itself is a source of intoxication. And we want to graduate from these interpersonal connections so that we can be lifted up on some platform. That's nuts. It's just nuts. So go with that, babies. Find your interpersonal relationship. Suck the fat out of the marrow of your present moment. Go with God. And watch the wrecking ball do its job.